Federal government to cooperate with Anambra State government to tackle insecurity. Governor Soludo moves to rebuild Onitsha City as he meets landlords. INEC reiterates deadline for political parties' primaries is firm. 4 astronauts from space station return after 6-month mission. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. My name is Theophilus Okoha. Welcome to the details of the news. The federal government says it will cooperate with Anambra State government to restore law and order in the state. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated this during a court call to Anambra State. Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadoga filed the report.
Professor Osinbajo described Anambra State as a major hub of industry in Nigeria, especially with regards to small and medium-scale enterprises, saying that the state is one of the states everyone is looking up to with high expectations of significant inputs to the growth of country's economy. The vice president, who viewed Governor Soludo as a great asset to Nigeria, noted that Anambra would do great under him and appreciated him for the warm reception.
It really is a very special pleasure to be here today. Soludo is someone who I think are a great asset to our country, and I'm sure that Anambra State will do very well, and from what we're hearing already. I think on the matter of security, and this is a matter of course that is crucial, there's no question at all that security is the first order of business. And I must say that we're prepared as the federal government to cooperate with you in whatever way to ensure that there is law and order here in Anambra as it is across the country.
Responding, Governor Soludo maintained that effective collaboration with the federal government will be of great impact in resolving the security challenges currently facing the state. Governor Soludo, while welcoming the vice president to the state, harped on the need for effective coalition among the progressives in Nigeria to enhance the growth and development of the country, given the current state of the nation. He commended the contributions of the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who is also the chairman of National Economic Council, to nation building. Briefing the Vice President on some activities of the state government, Governor Soludo assured that Anambra State, as a very responsible component of the Nigerian Federation, will continue to work very hard to make Nigeria work.
I want to say welcome again to Anambra, Your Excellency, and thank you for the honor of visiting us. The future I don't want to preempt you. I know you have quite a busy schedule. Ours is to simply say welcome to Anambra. We assumed office on the 17th of March. The next day we were at Onitsha and began the massive urban regeneration program, which is eating up the place. Began very forcefully tackling the issue of law and order, security in our homeland. That's when we came in. About 7 local governments here are basically under siege and still, to some extent, under siege. But we are determined, with the cooperation of the federal government and support, and the support of the people of Anambra State, we believe that sooner than later, that will be history as well.
From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Valentine Mbadoga reporting for ABS News.
The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has commenced the move of reviving the city of Onitsha with the first meeting with Onitsha landlords. The meeting the governor had with Onitsha landlords centered on the modalities to make Onitsha once again a growing and progressive city. ABS Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadoga also filed this report taken from here.
The discussion was to review the activities within the metropolitan commercial city of Onitsha and what should be done to make it a smart mega city. According to Governor Soludo, the first assignment is to resurrect Onitsha and return the one-time biggest commercial city in West Africa to his premier state. Governor Soludo regretted that Anambra State is losing potential investments as the plan of the city has completely been neglected, to add that landlords have a critical role to play in the Anambra project. Discussing the role of the landlords in rebuilding Onitsha, Governor Soludo decried the attitude of landlords in erecting of buildings indiscriminately. He also pointed out the ugly experiences people go through trying to shop in Onitsha and reiterated his commitment to revitalizing the system, saying that Onitsha is key to the development and progress of Anambra and Southeast at large, and assured that the mission is not only to resurrect Onitsha, but to make it livable and shopping a pleasurable experience. The governor, who assured that the master plan of Onitsha must return and be put to use, reminded those that built on waterways to remove them, maintaining that any building that is not in its proper place, especially those that contribute to flooding, must be removed. Governor Soludo noted that for Anambra to become livable, law and order must return, and urged the landlords to cooperate with the government in the implementation of Onitsha Master Plan, which will also solve the traffic challenges Onitsha residents face daily. He said that landlords will benefit most from the transformation underway, as the value of assets in Anambra will increase once the state is planned, clean and green, but noted that the government will partner with landlords to achieve its agenda.
We are more sustainable empowerment program to empower people, teach them to do what? To fish. We have a program for training and retraining and empowerment of our youth. We're going to turn Anambra to be the digital tribe. Train tens of thousands of our people, giving them the to dominate the world. We are coming because our mantra, everything technology and technology everywhere.
The Anambra State Deputy Governor, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobel, House members, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezaji, ASATU National President, Barrister Titus Abudo, and other members of the executive were present at the meeting.
The executive body of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ Anambra State Council, has marked 100 days since it was officially inaugurated. The event was held at the Godwin Ezemu Press Center, Awka, and had in attendance dignitaries from all walks of life, government officials, members of the academia, and journalists from different chapels in the state. Correspondent Blessing Uchendu has details.
Speaking on the occasion, Anambra NUJ Council Chairman Dr. Odogu Emeka Odogu thanked members of the union for the confidence reposed in the present executive body and pointed out that the collective interests of the union remain the priority of his administration. Dr. Odogu revealed some of his achievements of his administration so far, including a brand new bus donated to the union by the immediate past administration in Anambra State, responses from stakeholders to develop the NUJ Secretariat, proper surveying of the NUJ premises, among other moves.
We have attracted so many goodwill for the union. We have brought a brand new bus for the union, donated to us by the former governor of Anambra State. I want us to take the lead, others to follow. This is our union. We have no other union. And NUJ is my passion.
In their separate remarks, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Paul University, Awka, Professor Stella Okunna, and the Special Advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Youth Empowerment Program, Dr. Nelson Omenowa, commended the union's executive for the tremendous change it has brought and charged it to continue to show development leadership, asking journalists to support Professor Chukwuma Soludo's administration to achieve the Anambra goals.
Today is a day for anybody who loves NUJ, who loves journalism generally, who loves Anambra State. It is a day of joy. He will find the capacity to sustain what he has begun, and NUJ will grow from strength to strength.
The way people were carried along, being carried along, the way programs are being outlined and executed, and most importantly, the way unity and love has been restored in the union, and here is to say congratulations to the team.
In their addresses, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Anglican Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, represented by Venerable Onyinye Ilione, and the chairman on the occasion, who is also the acting managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Mr. Gabe Opaleze, congratulated the executive on its achievements within the last 100 days and urged it to always put consistent efforts to reach every goal without leaving any member behind.
To remind you that journalism is an instrument of development. And it's also an instrument for democratic governance. And journalists have been contributing, also instrumental, to be propelling the society to move to a greater direction.
The highest thing they have done is to unite the various umbrella under NUJ. Anytime they call a meeting, you see people coming from south, from east, from west, from north. Men of substance, timber and caliber, attending their functions. These are, things that determine good leadership.
The event featured 1 minute silence for members that passed away and other side attractions.
What is being presented here from our studio. The former national chairman of All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA, Senator Victor Ume, has called on APGA delegates in the coming APGA primaries to focus on the mission of each aspirant while choosing candidates. Senator Ume, who is an aspirant for Anambra Central Senatorial District, says the mission should qualify one to be the flag bearer of the party in the general election instead of the ambition of individual. Again, correspondent Valentine Badoga tells us more.
Senator Ume, who harped on the need for APGA to select their best at every level for the general election, said the growth and development of the state and the party depends so much on the quality of leadership the party presents, both at the representative capacity. Senator Ume, who was hosted by APGA stalwart in Adaziani community, Chief Cyril Okoye, used the opportunity to appeal to the delegates to give him the opportunity to use the party platform to bring sustainable development to Anambra Central, Anambra State, and Southeast at large.
Everybody who will be a delegate in this primary must focus on the mission, not the ambition of individuals. They must think about the work needed to be done.
Chief Okoye, who played host to Senator Ume, said the occasion was to display his unalloyed support to the aspiration of the senator, saying that his capacity to deliver at the parliament is unequaled.
Today we are welcoming you here, giving you the moral support. Everything Governor can take, Ijifuna, he represents the Igbo. Now you can use that support. You are welcome. All the effort they made can never be in vain if not Gabudoro. And I flag all the I can have
The member representing Anocha Constituency 2 in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Ejiko Okechukwu, the APGA Vice Chairman Central, Satiofin Noli, and the World Chairman of all Chairmen, Anambra State, Mr. Uchenna Ezoke, in their separate remarks, pointed out reasons why Senator Ume should carry the party flag for Anambra Central Senatorial District election in 2023.
Ohamadike onye ndị Anocha ji mamma na apụga. Imejo Ohamadike na akụkụ niile competence. Onwere onye ọ na-alụnya ya. He is the most competent. So ọ bụrụ na na-ekwu ya na Senate now, je mee ife kwesịrị ime na Senate.
Other APGA stakeholders, including Chief Innocent Chekezie, Chief Ben Obi, 21 executive members from the 19 political wards in Anocha local government area, Mrs. Njideka Oredum, who spoke on behalf of the women, and convener Great Soludo Patriot, Sir Obinwoye, all viewed Senator Ume to be the one with the required experience to carry out the legislative assignments for Anambra Central Senatorial District in the 10th Senate. From Adazani, Valentine Badwa reporting, Fabius News.
Still on election matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reiterated that the deadline for political parties' primaries is firm and fixed, reminding political parties that they have 1 month to conclude their primaries as the deadline remains Friday, 3rd June 2022. The Commission hinted that in compliance with Section 82, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, all 18 political parties have served the required notices indicating dates for their conventions, congresses, and primaries for for the purpose of nominating candidates for various elective offices as specified in the Constitution and the Electoral Act, adding that some of the parties have already commenced the process and the Commission has deployed staff to monitor the exercise as required by law. A statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Barrister Festus Okoye, said it became imperative to remind political parties about the timeline, given the importance of the exercise to the emergence of candidates for the various elective positions for the 2023 general election, while urging the parties to ensure rancor-free and transparent exercise. The statement noted that nominations for presidential and National Assembly elections shall be submitted through the INEC web portal from 10th to 17th June 2022, while governorship and state houses of assembly nominations shall be submitted between 1st and 15th July 2022. Political parties, according to the statement, are further reminded that they must submit to the Commission the list of candidates who must have emerged from valid primaries, for the Commission will continue to work with political parties to ensure fidelity to the Constitution, the Electoral Act, and the timelines for all the activities contained in the timetable and schedule of activities for the 2023 general election. It recalled that on 26 February 2022, the Commission had released the timetable and schedule of activities for the 2023 general election, which provided that parties must conduct their primaries for the nomination of the candidates from 4th April to 3rd June 2022. The third long-duration astronaut team launched by SpaceX to the International Space Station, ISS, safely returned to Earth early on Friday, splashing down in the Gulf of Mexico off Florida to end months of orbital research ranging from space-grown chilies to robot. The SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule doubled endurance, carrying 3 U.S. NASA astronauts and the European Space Agency ESA crewmates from Germany, parachuted into calm seas, the darkness at the conclusion of a 23-hour-plus autonomous flight home from the ICS. The Endurance crew, which began its stay in orbit on November 11, consisted of American space flight veteran Tom Mashburn and 3 first-time astronauts Raja Chari and Carly Barron and their ESA colleague Matthias Murray. Now sports. Mikel Arteta says they want to take Arsenal to the next level after signing a new contract that will keep him at the Premier League club until 2025. The 40-year-old, who took over at the Emirates in December 2019 following the dismissal of Unai Emery, is close to leading the Gunners back into the Champions League after a 5-year absence. Arsenal are 4th in the Premier League table, 2 points clear to North London rivals Tottenham with 4 games to go. Remember, you can follow news and programs on the parts of the world by liking our Facebook page, ABS Radio Television, and subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points of the news. Federal government is to cooperate with Anambra State government to tackle insecurity. Governor Soludo has moved to rebuild Onitsha City as a meet with landlords. INEC has reiterated that deadline for political parties' primaries is firm. And we also told you that astronauts from Space Station have returned after 6 months mission. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. We thank you for the news. Good morning. Theophilus Okoha is still my name.